that. It's another day. Today, I need to try to fix or try to use the animation player. Yeah, so I tried using the animation player before and just to learn how it works a bit. It's not the easiest thing to use, but we can definitely try it. For the animation player, I will be using the attacks that have reference point. So down forward, down quarter circle forward, right click, enable this. Disable most of the items on the site and verify that works. Yep. So let's try to animate this tag. So let's add child node and an animation player. Let's say it's going to be Shoryuken. So the airborne is down here somewhere. It's fine. Should I just go like that? Since it's the only one, and since it's the same, I can just add it to a bunch of them, the frames. I'll also remove it from frame 0, 3 to 3, at least. 1, 2, 3, that's good, 3. Okay, and one more. Okay. Now then, with the animation player, we need to make an animation. So, go to animation, new, manage animation. Let's go down, quarter, circle, forward, right click, test. Add a track, let's add the property track. The full player. Get position and move the player. It's funny to see this stack of nodes just pop up as massive. Okay. Alright, so for that, first off, should this reference the animation? But let's go with this. First, let's keyframe this player at use FPS. Let's keyframe specific. Let's change the scale up here to get a bit better. There we go. Turn my cursor. Okay, so on position animation 1, let's keyframe the position of the player. 0. Alright. How many frames do I want to go? How many frames is the limit? It's 8 frames, so this one should be 8. on here, want the player, oops, try there, is that the right spot? Yeah, that's the right spot. Yep, that's it, okay. For the player, I want to move them. Let's go here. Let's keyframe this position. And then let's go to either this, which may have something. I don't believe it does. So let's go to Attack Manager, which has where the actual stuff now. I think I need to add a export variable for the animation. So add export category here just to give a different location and add export variable animation. Right, let me think about this. Should it be an animation player or should it be the animation set? Also, should it be... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go with the animation player. Then I also want to move you off of the attack manager. And more down, quarter circle, forward, right click. Let me add a child node that's a node that says, that just contains the animations. Just for now, in case I need to try it differently. Otherwise, I'll just put it on the attack manager. Can you please go to the top line? Thank you. Okay. So here, from player, okay, save. This is the wrong location. This is just incorrect. Okay. So now we've added the animation player to the script, the attack manager. If start attack, so then if we start an attack, we should also start an animation. So if attacking equals false, is attacking is true. I think this is starting attack when there isn't current attack. If attacking is true, okay. This is just debug information. So when do we want to start the animation player? I want to start it on these regardless. So animation player dot start dot play string name just have play, I guess. Okay. Let's run the player scene now that it starts an animation when we press it, supposedly. It didn't do anything, meaning there's something wrong. Okay, we got errors. Let's see if they say anything. Animation not found. Close all these. Let's try again. No, don't change that. Doesn't work. Also playing the animation twice. Um, play, down, forward, circle, forward, light kick, space, test. Run it, see if the animation plays. Okay, that's terrible. Because it's setting my current position. Don't set my current position. That's bad. Playback options, capture, no, speed scale. Callback mode. I, I don't know what's happening. Couldn't resolve the trauma. Why? Because it's not the player. Cool, but I don't think that's how it should work. We have an animation that's moving it now. The problem is it's setting the position to a specific spot, which is not correct. It shouldn't be setting the position like that. Hmm, what does this mean? How do I do this? Onion skinning. What is onion skinning? Sure, no, but it's not cool. Is it differences only? What is it? Okay, let's check with the AI to see what it might help me to understand that I don't know. I'm trying to change nodes position by an animation layer, but it's teleporting to the root node location. Check the track paths at your position. Check where the transition relative to the animation player's location. If it starts with slash root slash. Do not need to open settings. Transform origin. Okay. Defines if anything should be changed. Translation. No. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I want to move the player, but I need the player in the move now. Node. What if it's a child? Dot coin position or sprite position absolute task. Check the track best. Silver sprite. No, that is dot position. Okay. Its transform is 0, 0. So I think it's just being done there. So then what else? So maybe I should go get planes instead. Direction, holding the direction and effects is available. Or not. Okay. That doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I could try tweens instead. So first off, I need to figure out what tweens are for myself. Chunk tweens. Tween. Wait, object free. For general purpose use, yeah, animation using tweeners, which is another thing. Abstract class for all tweeners used by tween. Mm, what is a tween? Sprite module rate, scale, sprite chief rate. This sequence will make this the node turn red, then shrink, then before finally calling node 30. To create the sprite. Callback. Primary method. What is that things? Callback editor. Method subtweet. What is subtweet? Sometimes the subtweet method can be used to guess subtweets that can be used in the creation of more complex postable sequences. It's just the animation putting on more sequences. Some setting that just lets it work. Okay, that's a bigger problem. Yes. Maybe there's something. Nope. Okay. I guess I just don't know how to make it a relative. How do I make an animation relative? Open the player scene, create slash select, click the key icon next to the animate this on creates the path. Animate self and the player the things attached to animate child, animate sibling, animate grandparent. Relative. Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay. Delete this. Remove the animation player here. Go to where the error is. Remove this. Okay. And I will move this back to the starting position. Save, run it, test it. Okay. Why the hell do I have 48 errors? Okay. We'll try trains. So back to the top. Process item, process physics. Interpolated stuff. Okay. Binds the train with the node. Turns it process directly by scene tree. So we don't independently when you bind a node with the twin between the halts of the animation of the object is not inside tree and will be automatically be killed when the valid object is free. Let's see, can I make a tween like that? No. Seems like twins are resources of some kind. Okay, tween equals new tween tween dot what? Play? But I didn't give it anything. Tween dot property object. I would go with so position. Is that right? Okay. Value, position plus, let's go negative 100 in y, negative 500 in y, make this an extra 2, and then give it 200 in x. Okay, what else do you need? That to be a comma, not what that was. Duration. List of seconds divided by 60 is now 1/60th, and times 8 times 8 is now 8 frames. So 8 over 60. Start duration, that's 8 frames. Okay. Tween. Tag manager. Alright. The player has disappeared. So that's just my position changing a lot. But what is it? Right. Position, and I should remove other print line that's somewhere causing some difficulty to read everything. Okay. Pause that immediately just to see where I'm at. So I become my position just sets to the values that I've given it immediately. You know, copy this as you want. Just the damn thing. Okay. 1 divided by 10, tenth of a second. That's way faster. Why is 1 doing fine? We might click the wrong button. So it's trying to get me from my starting value to the end value, which is not good. Maybe because it's coded wrong. Maybe that's where I need it to be. Okay, now let's go negative 100 and do 20 here. Run it. Okay, I give this a bigger number. What happens? Seems slower. 8 over 10. Let's see what happens. It's instant. Why is it instant? Interval. Using 20 minutes. Animation is definitely doing more, but it's just not great. It moves if it's 1 second. I can't seem to jump out of it. I don't know why. Why can't I jump out of it? I think the cleaning is just using the main torch is forced into this movement that it can't escape. Um, hmm, really don't know what to do that makes this work well. So if I want to stop consuming the tweens, I'd have to put a check for if they're in an animation or something. Hmm. Was my problem with the animation player that I didn't add the regular animation? Or I didn't add those visions? Okay. What do I think I need to do? I need to sleep soon. I also need to figure out how to make the tween animation good. Less than 1 second, which is another problem. 10, 8, tween be less than 1 second. But it just instantly does it. Okay, let me go with 0.5 then, rather than just type trying to do math. Okay. There's 60 frames per 1 second. So 60 per 1. If I want the animation to go for 8 frames, then I have to divide by 60, multiply by 8, which will just leave me with 8. But that's not 8 frames. 1 second per 60 frames. It's 50 frames per second. So if you multiply by 1 second, you get 60. Okay, cool. If you divide by 60 frames and then multiply by 8 frames, we get 8. So that'd be 8 frames. 8 frames to seconds. 0.2667. Okay, so 8 frames per 60 frames per second. So 8 frames divided by 60 frames per second. Run it, press it, it's instant. Okay, I need to do some brackets, see if that changes it. Still instant. 59. It's assuming it's an integer, isn't it? Yep, that was the problem. Alright, typing. Typing. Types. Types. It's not intuitive to remember that I have to put a decimal place if I want to make a number a float. What kind of F here? Oh. Okay, so that makes it so I can do less than 1 second animations when they're hard coded. Is it clean a resource? Is a clean a resource? I can just check the documentation, can't I? It extends. Uh, that doesn't mean it's a resource. Oh. What else can we do with the tween? Tween dot. There's easing. There's more things that it mentions. Use property interval and callback or method. So method callable from to duration. It's a independent method cleaner similar to a combination between callback. There's a method cleaner. What is a callback cleaner? interval. Method. Property. Okay. So let's go here. Let's do this. Type the dot as relative. Should give me the same result now. Yep. There's a subtweener. Runs tween nested with another tween. Sometimes this subtweens method can be used to nest subtweens. So I can set a tween in code, which allows us to move something relatively. Um, I can move the player, but I don't know how I would use this for a grab. Would this just mean I'd have to manually code the entire grab? Okay, sure. Can I create a tween from a tween? Nope, didn't run that. Tween. Okay. That's neat and all, but like, I'm getting cold. Doesn't help me. I'm learn about twins first before I use twins. Any animation thing, but still not right. Um, do I have to create a tween for the node I want to use? Okay. Let's say I want to tween something I hit. So the hit box would have a reference to the thing I hit, which would also have a reference to health, which has a reference to host, etc., etc. So on a hit, I can bind a tween hitbox, the script. I'm just not sure. I also need to make a grab first, probably. I'm not sure where to go from here. Let me check it though in the to-do list that I have in it. Rename salaries, I'd like it to. This one, I think I can't do that anymore because they have some processing. No, maybe I could, I don't know. Focus on that health thing. Consider removing it. I don't remember what that was. That is a good idea. I think I need to do this so I can stop myself from making this break. Okay, I guess I'm gonna implement this because I don't want to deal with not being able to do frame by frame mode properly. So, if frame by frame mode is enabled, set it to pause. If this, set it to pause. That's my date, so it's this equals the opposite of itself. And disable the animation is kind of there, but not really. Deactive show late kick again. Press light kick on frame to frame. It hits and then unpauses. Damn it. Oh, that worked. Unstop and shake. The frame by frame mode would say that it's enabled. That works. I don't know why it's not like I can do this. What does this even mean? Alright, that works. Cool. That's nice. And frame by frame analysis. Great. Need to figure out planes, need to figure out how I want to connect the animation to the player that is attacking and the player that's being attacked. It turns out I also need to review how the attacks work on their hitboxes. So I go to the hitbox, has a bunch of stuff. Damage is called. If it's an area, it takes damage. As long as it's not got an exception. So if it's not itself and it's something else that hasn't already been hit and isn't getting hit again, yeah, alright. Then you check if it's blocked. So you got a high low check, function area. Let's stop and check. Is this an auto load? I think it's an auto load. Probably call this for hit stop, not hit block. Which is probably a stun manager if I had to guess. I stopped those there, yeah. Back to the hitbox. Yada yada, block checking. And I think those are tool scripts. When we call damage. And the block check happens. We start the stun if the block check happens. And does the actual health get taken out? Change health, not damage. Start stun. We got the area host. Yeah. Well, since it's a hitbox, and damage is a thing, I might want to have a different function for grabs. If I do a grab, how would that be done differently than the regular hitbox? Right now the hitbox doesn't have any information other than the attack data, which has a ton of information. Which has stun type, hit type, block stun, hit stun, and stuff. Block stun wouldn't matter for grab, slash a command grab. However, throw attacking would need to happen. That's difficult to code. I would think it would be. I'm not sure. Okay. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's late. I'm tired. And, rest. But I do need to make grabs and command grabs. Pretty important now.